Tonight, we have a great show lined up for you with Krystle Bell Saulsberry. She's Ms. African American United 2017. That's tonight on the PageantCast.
TKPN.
Welcome to the PageantCast, your home for beauty pageant news and interviews on the internet.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Keat, Miss Multiverse Australia 2017, and you're watching the PageantCast, the internet's first podcast about beauty pageants. Here's your host, Tim Kretschmann.
And we are live. We're so glad that you could join us tonight for this very special edition of the PageantCast. I'm Tim Kretschmann. I'm your host, and in the green room right now, we have our special guest. It is the very special and wonderful Krystle Bell Saulsberry, Ms. African American United 2017. Hello, Krystle.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
Fantastic. So glad that you could join us. Where are we calling you tonight?
Like, as far as my title, or?
No, where are we calling you tonight? Where in the world is Krystle Bell Saulsberry?
Oh, absolutely. In the great state of Alabama. Specifically Oxford, Alabama.
Now, is that the pageant belt?
Yes, it is. Especially.
So, tell me a little bit, how did you get started in pageants?
I got started in pageants as a high school student. My mother actually wanted me to do pageants, and initially I refused because I didn't think I was good enough to do pageants. I was actually a nerd, so I was really into my books and just really doing school-related things, so pageantry was not on my radar. My mother encouraged me to compete initially. Of course, I refused, but eventually I decided, I'm going to take a look at this pageantry thing. When I was a junior going into my senior year in high school, I received some information in the mail about the Miss Teen of Alabama pageant. And the reason why I was drawn to this system, because it wasn't your typical beauty pageant. They looked at your scholastic achievement, your community service, your school service, being involved in extracurricular activities, and I was drawn to that because I was very involved in school. I was academically inclined. I was very involved in community service, and I knew that system was a fit for me. So that's why I decided to enter in pageantry, because of that particular system.
And that was one of your pageantants. Did you compete in any other pageants?
Oh, absolutely. I've competed in the Miss Heart of the USA system. I've competed in the Miss United States system here in the state of Alabama. I've competed in Real Girls USA. I've competed in the Miss Tri-State pageant, which is a pageant for Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. So I was Miss Tri-State Elite 2014. I competed in Miss Black Alabama USA pageant as well, which is a part of the Miss Black USA system.
Fantastic. Now, what is your favorite phase of competition when you go to these? What are you always looking forward to?
Actually, believe it or not, my favorite phase of pageantry is the interview.
The interview.
Yes, absolutely. And the reason for that is because I love to convey my communication style. I love to have the judges get to know me, and me to really talk about, things on my bio, and me get to know them as well. And it's really helped me not only in the pageant world, but in the workplace and the corporate world as well.
Now, I'm not surprised that interview is your favorite. You're very involved in the pageant community. Are there any publications or websites that you use to keep up on pageants?
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of the PageantPlanet.com. I frequent that website very often. I'm also a subscriber to Pageantry Magazine, and also my very own pageant blog, which is KrystleBell.com, which I started in 2015. And I keep up, I put out information, pageantry-related information on my blog as well.
Yes, and I had the chance to review it, and it is a wonderful blog, and I think everybody should try subscribing to it for a while. It is really good information. that you can get by going to that blog. And people should try it out. It's KrystleBell.com. And if you aren't quick enough to write it down, first of all, it's the internet. You can press pause. Or you can find this post out on the PageantCast, and we'll have a link to it in our show notes. So tell me a little bit about this thing called I should be looking up. You're up there. Tell me a little bit about this thing called the glamour effect that I've been reading about. What is the glamour effect?
Well, the glamour effect is actually my pageant coaching service. I started pageant coaching in 2014 by the recommendation of a friend at the time. And I just decided to, I had been competing for a while, and I decided, what I've learned in the pageant world, I need to share that with other women and girls so they can succeed in pageantry. So I offer pageant coaching in various areas of pageantry, whether it be interview, talent, on-stage question, your pageant paperwork, your bio formulation. If you need help with forming a platform, I can help with that as well. Walking techniques. I'm also a self-esteem coach, so I work with girls, really teaching them how to build their self-esteem, having confidence on and off the stage as well.
And you have written a number of books. I see Manifest the Crown, Affirm the Queen, and Kingdom Finances. And I have to say, I don't think I've seen Kingdom Finances before. Anything about that? What is that one all about?
Honestly, Kingdom Finances really has nothing really to do with pageantry. I'm very, how should I put this? I have a lot of interests. Okay. And one of my other interests that I have is personal finance. I'm really big on teaching people how to develop a budget, save, pay off debt, give, just to really teach them about money and how to really handle it properly. So I wrote this book entitled Kingdom Finances, which teaches people how to properly manage money, and I give at least 40 principles about money in general. And these principles are designed to help people to really shift their mindset about money so they can make better decisions with their money.
Fantastic. Now, Affirm the Queen, that looked to me like those are affirmations and things that people can use to inspire them to success. What is Manifest the Crown about?
Manifest the Crown is pretty much my guide to teaching women and girls how to succeed in pageantry based on my own experience. I've taken pretty much the things I've learned in my pageantry career and I put it in a book. And it's really designed to help people who are maybe new to pageantry, or they may be, experienced in pageantry, but they just want to, just kind of learn more skills or develop the skills they already have. And that's what I did, and I put that in a book.
Fantastic. And all of those are available on Amazon. And guess what, kids? I put links to all those in the show notes, too. So if you didn't have time to write those down, you're fine. We got you covered. We're going to take care of you. You just go into the show notes and you can go directly to it. Or if you want to find all three, I typed in Krystle Bell, and that was all I had to type in. And it brought you up on Amazon very easily. So folks with Kindles in particular, it's a pretty good deal on those. Check them out. Now, Krystle, one of the things we like to do here on the PageantCast is see if you have anything fun that you brought with you. And it's a segment we like to call Show and Tell. Let me go up to the chalkboard and write it down. There we go. And let's see, what did you bring with you to talk about today?
Well, I'm very excited because we actually just mentioned this, but I brought a copy of my book.
Ooh, well, it's upside down.
There you go.
I know you can't read it upside down.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Fantastic. So it's a physical book. A lot of books now are just Kindle. This one, now, how many pages are these books?
This particular book is about 34 pages. It's a very short book, so you can easily read it within a couple of hours. My Kindle books are about 20 to 25 pages, very short.
Fantastic. Well, people should check those out right away. All right. Now, one of the things I also want to ask you about is the pageant that you've won the title to. What can you tell us about the title of Ms. African American United 2017? What is unique about that pageant?
Absolutely. The one thing that's very unique about this pageant, it is an internet-based competition, meaning it's an online pageant. Okay. Meaning that you don't have to travel, you don't have to buy wardrobe, you don't have to pay for any of the expenses of a physical pageant. It's an online pageant, and the African American United Pageant System is designed to celebrate the achievements and the beauty of African American women.
Fantastic. Now, is that done over a period of time, or is it you submit everything and they make the decision?
Absolutely. The first initial thing you have to do is to apply for a state title, and that's what I did. I did that in May of 2016. I applied for the Miss Alabama African American United 2016 title, and with that title, of course, I did appearances, I did community service, and at the very end of the 2016, which is around December, they want you to submit a complete online portfolio, and they have different categories that you're competing in. You're competing in a wellness category, cultural achievement, cultural beauty, service, and cultural, cultural PSA, public service announcement.
A public service announcement. That's how I got to know you. You did a public service announcement for the PageantCast, which was nice. Thank you very much for that. Now, have you had many chances at appearances with this title?
Absolutely. I was notified that I won the title in February of 2017, and since then I made an appearance at the Natural Hair and Health Expo beauty pageant, where I served as a judge for that pageant. That was in March of last year. I've also served as a guest speaker for another pageant system. They were doing a send-off party for their queens. It was the Global United States pageant system, and they were doing a send-off party for their queens, and I did a speech on the top 10 reasons why people compete in pageants. And I've done, even as a state title holder, I've done things with Operation Christmas Child. I've done things with the Red Nose Day that is held every May. So I've done several things with the title.
Wow, fantastic. Now we're getting to the end of the interview. What is something that you'd like to tell our viewers and listeners about your time in pageantry?
Well, one thing that I can say that pageantry has given me so much, but one of the things that has really been beneficial to me is the fact that I've developed self-confidence and I've enhanced my communication. And those are two big things that really resonates with me, because I'll just be honest, when I was younger, I dealt with low self-esteem, and pageantry really just kind of helped me with my self-esteem and my confidence. And I owe pageantry a lot to where I am today, and the people that I've met and the connections that I've made, and just in fact just being the networking and the communication has really been beneficial to me.
Well, I have to tell you, as far as an interview guest, you were fantastic. You had the timing is just impeccable that you had on our interview, and I really appreciate that. Now, something I also appreciate, being a true pageant fan, is an excellent pageant wave. So I'm going to ask you to demonstrate your best pageant wave. Okay? I'll set the stage. You're on the back of a convertible. You're going down the street. Let's see that pageant wave.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, you got to get it into the shot there. There we go. There it comes. There. That looks like a karate chop. We're getting a little lag through the web, so we're getting about every 5th frame, so it's really hard to see. But it looks like a good, healthy one. I think you better pace yourself. You might wear out. Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on today's program. We loved having you on the show, and we wish you the best of luck and success in all your pageantry endeavors, and encourage everybody to check out your blog and to check out those great books that are available out on Amazon right now. You can go and pick those up. So it's fantastic to get to meet you, Krystle. Something I like to do is, if we could together say, and this is always impossible over the internet because there's like 2 seconds delay or whatever, but let's try to say Tiara Dream. So here we go. 3, 2, one. Tiara Dreams.
Dreams.
See, it's always off a little bit. Fantastic. Thanks so much.
Thank you.